Hello everyone, welcome to TutorialsPoint. In this video, we will be discussing about the effect of cofactors on the activity of the enzyme. So, the learning objectives will be to describe the effect of cofactors on the activity of enzyme catalyzed reaction. Now, what are cofactors? Before we move on to cofactors, we must know about the types of enzymes. So, on the basis of chemical structure, the enzymes are of two types. We've already discussed this in protein. We will again discuss it since this is important in order to move forward and understand the role of cofactors in an enzyme. So, on the basis of chemical structure, enzyme is of two types. Simple enzymes and conjugated enzymes. Now, simple enzymes are those which are made up of completely proteins. They are all proteinous in nature. Examples are urease, lysozyme, pepsin, trypsin, etc. Now, next is conjugated enzymes or holoenzymes. Now, these enzymes, apart from having a protein part, they are also made up of a non-protein part. So, they have a protein part which is known as apoenzyme and a non-protein part which is known as cofactor. So, this non-protein part is the one which is essential for the activity of this enzyme and which is known as cofactor, means it is a factor which is assisting the enzyme. Example is enzyme thrombokinase, which is a clotting enzyme. So, this enzyme requires a cofactor. Also, salivary amylase, which requires chlorine, the metal ion, as a cofactor for its activity. Now, holoenzyme is made up of apoenzyme, which is the protein part, and cofactor, which is the non-protein part. Now, cofactors. So, the cofactors are like activators only. Why? Because they are assisting the enzyme in increasing their activity. So, they are the ones which help the enzyme in their activity. So, they are kind of activators. They are essential for catalytic activity of the holoenzyme. Now, removal of the cofactor will lead to loss of the activity of the holoenzyme. You must have heard hemoglobin. Heme is very important, right? The heme is the group which is attached to the hemoglobin, and this group helps in transfer of the oxygen through the blood. Now, cofactors, how do they function? See, this is a apoenzyme which is inactive. On its active side, now a coenzyme or a cofactor, which is a non-protein part, it binds. Now, what it does now this active site is feasible for the substrate to attach. See, the substrate is attaching and finally the product will be formed. So, they are activating or increasing the speed of the enzyme. Next is the type of cofactors. Now, the cofactors are divided into three categories: the prosthetic group, the coenzyme, and the metal ions. First, the prosthetic group. Now, prosthetic group is small organic group which is tightly bound to the apoenzyme, right? So, this group will not be removed in any case, and it is because of this group only the apoenzyme will function and become a holoenzyme. So, it tightly binds to the apoenzyme. The example is heme. Now, heme is the prosthetic group of hemoglobin. We know that. But it is also very important prosthetic group of enzyme catalases, which catalyzes the breakdown of peroxide. Right? Next is coenzyme. Now, coenzyme is organic compound. Again, it is a little bigger in size, but here they are generally vitamin derivatives and they are loosely attached to the enzyme. So, they function only when the catalysis is actually happening and are later removed. Examples are FAD, flavin adenine dinucleotide, and NAD, nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, also coenzyme A and some other vitamin derivatives. Now, what they actually do is they simply transfer hydrogen ions, right? A group or atoms or even electrons. Just like here in NADH, the NADH is breaking down, forming NAD plus, transferring the hydride ion, and this is a reversible reaction. So, NADH is regained again after the reaction is over. Next is metal ions. Now, metal ions are inorganic cofactors. As they are metal ions, what they are actually doing is transferring, adding electron or taking away the electron. This is the function of the metal ions. They bound to the apoenzyme and make it a holoenzyme and then activate it by transferring to the substrate or removing the electron from the substrate. Examples are peroxidase enzyme, Fe2 plus and Fe3 plus. These two ions are important for functioning of peroxidase. Similarly, for hexokinase enzyme, magnesium is very important. Also for DNA polymerase, magnesium is very important. So these are the three types of cofactors. To summarize, we can say cofactors are like activators of the enzyme. They change the conformation of enzyme, increase the activity of enzyme so that more substrate can bind to the enzyme. They are of three types: the prosthetic group, coenzyme and metal ions. Prosthetic groups are small organic groups which are non-proteinaceous, bind tightly to the apoenzyme. Coenzymes are organic compounds which are generally vitamin derivatives. They bind loosely to the enzyme. And metal ions are inorganic cofactors. So this was all about the activity of the enzyme, how cofactors are affecting the enzyme. Basically everything about enzyme have been learned by us. So now I believe that your concept of enzyme is very thorough, and let's move forward to understand other concepts like what is metabolism, what are different types of metabolites. Till then, thank you very much.
TutorialsPoint.com. Simply easy learning.